Hey guys, this is Anks, and this is another commentary. This one is also a 3v3, just like my previous one. This one is a little bit longer. It's just about 40 minutes, 40 game time minutes, which is about like 34 or so real time minutes. So I'm actually going to speed it up a little bit at the start. I'm playing here as Protoss, and Mewtwo is another Protoss, and Harmless is a Terran. So this is the only 3v3 that I play with. I don't play random, or I don't play with any other teams. But we did notice that it was, I think, two Protoss and a Terran versus two Protoss and a Terran, so it was essentially a mirror. This map I'm not very familiar with. I think this is like the first time I played on this map. But we just do all the same stuff at the start. We end up scouting, see this guy's building a barracks, anal rapist. That's a pretty interesting name. Gustavius, the other Protoss, and then Tranbert, another Protoss. So yeah, as you can see on the minimap here, Orange has a forge, and Orange has a probe in Mewtwo's base. And he's going to be cannoning him. So Mewtwo sees this, but there's unfortunately already a cannon. And there's not much that he can do. And he doesn't really know what to do. Should he drop a forge? Or should he drop a gateway? Or what? But he can't really do anything. Like, he doesn't really have anything that he can do. Gustavius is not very... Like, he has the right idea, but he's not very competent with, like, his cannon placement. Unfortunately, I can't really help him. Like, I don't really have anything, and these gateways are awfully positioned. And I have full Nexus energy. I'm just tripping. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on. He's like, send me your Zealots. I'm like, alright, so I send my Zealots. But, like, these Zealots aren't going to do anything against 4 towers, or cannons, and eventually 8 cannons. So, like, what I should have done is I should have taken my Zealot, come over here, and like destroyed all these probes, or destroyed this forge with my Zealots, but I didn't. Instead, I'm just like jerking off somewhere, like his base is being obliterated and I'm doing nothing. So yeah, I don't know what Harmless was trying to do here, but yeah, cannon rush. This is actually the second time that we got cannon rushed in a row, that he got cannon rushed in a row. So this is pretty weak. And then Anal Rapist is coming up in here, and he's all attacking Mewtwo's base. So they're going to wipe out his base. But Mewtwo is able to save himself with dropping out their Nexus. So he doesn't really have anything. He only has 4 probes. But he's going to make it back. And unfortunately, I think this probe is going to scout him. Or something. Or actually, this probe is going to try to build an expansion here. Sneak an expansion. I wonder if they see his base. No, they don't. So they don't see his base. So they don't know that he's expanding over here. Wow. So at this point, I'm assuming they just think that that they've basically destroyed him. He's got a pylon left or something, or a Nexus in his friend's base. But that's actually not the case. So Mewtwo is actually macroing up here again. So it's just like he started 10 minutes late. But yeah, he is he's macroing up, and he's not going to be attacked for a little bit. So he's got a unit that's still alive, activating the Zelnaga Watchtower. Meanwhile, what I'm doing is I'm just dropping just a standard amount of forces in front of my base, and sneaking these 2 Stargates up in the corner of the map here, of the platform rather, and I'm just building some Void Rays. So Void Rays, as I'm sure you're aware, are pretty OP. They are a very strong unit, and I'm actually going to wait for 6 Void Rays, and then I'm going to move out, and I'm just going to walk in here and start demolishing this guy's base. As you can see here, he is building all over the place. This yellow Protoss, he's actually doing pretty well. He didn't cannon rush, so he had the time to build up a pretty good economy. He's got a bunch of pylons and a second base and a bunch of units, but he's not doing anything with these units. Like, if you think about it, if you took all these and then came over here, Like, he would be able to kill me really easily, but he's not doing anything. In the meantime, as I'm attacking with my Void Rays and these two battle cruisers, I am actually expanding to the gold. So I sneaked a base in here, and they didn't scout it, so they don't know I have this gold. But I'm taking my Void Rays, and I'm going to be flying out over here, and I know where yellow is, so I come in here and I start charging up on this core, or I guess on this pylon. And then once the Void Rays are charged up, they're really, really, really strong. As this is all going on, I'm actually upgrading my air, because I plan to be sticking to air for like a very long time. Charged Void Rays are pretty serious business. These Phoenixes, they just keel over. However, Marines are a little bit more serious than charged Void Rays, because en masse, stimmed Marines can kill a Void Ray really, really, really fast. So I decided to back out, because I don't think I would have lived there. As you can see, some of these Void Rays are in the red. Meanwhile, Harmless is building battle cruisers, and he's going to be making sure that they don't expand anywhere over here, while he is also expanding. While this is all going on, this guy's coming up down here with his batch of Marines and Marauders, which are actually upgraded 1-1. Wow, that's pretty good. He's attacking these battle cruisers, and he's actually going to be taking them out. He's focus firing them. He killed all his battle cruisers, and he's going to kill this this command center and just wipe out Harmless's expansion. But while all this is going on, you know, I still have my Void Rays. I'm still, you know, flying around, trying to see where I can poke in and what kind of damage I can do to the economy. And Mewtwo, actually, being a smart guy that he is going DTs. It is on a map this big. It is pretty hard to have an observer everywhere, or you know, have the energy required for scans. Gustavius here, being a smart Protoss player, realizes that he can kill my Void Rays with Phoenixes. Phoenixes are pretty bad against Void Rays. They're like, unless Void Rays are charged, Phoenixes completely annihilate them. So Gustavius is doing pretty good here. He's doing a lot of damage to Harmless's economy, and generally, I would have liked to see a few more Marines from Harmless. And there's also it looks like an observer in his base. So Gustavius knows exactly what's going on, and he probably saw my Void Rays. That's why I'm actually going to start rallying my Void Rays all the way over here. He actually also flew over here and killed all my probes with his Phoenixes while I was away, you know, in La La Land doing something. Well, there was also an attack on my base, which I obviously missed, but they took out a gateway and then died. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, what can I do to counter all these Phoenixes? So I build a bunch of Phoenixes of my own. I have 3 gateways making Phoenixes, so that's a fair amount. He also has 3 gateways. Actually, he has 4 gateways, and he's building carriers. However, carriers they're not, I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong, but they're like, charged Void Rays completely annihilate carriers really quickly. Like, before 5 carriers can kill 1 Void Ray, 5 Void Rays can kill 1 carrier if they're charged up. So, you know, I'm not in despair. I'm not like, oh my god, I'm getting obliterated here, I better do something. But I'm keeping my cool. I keep mining, a little bit oversaturated over here. Obviously, not paying attention to my minerals, but you know, whatever. Mewtwo with his DTs, he's running around, you know, just checking on what's going on, seeing what's up, killing this probe, and then killing this command center with his DTs. So these guys know that there's some serious business that's going on over here. Mewtwo on 2 bases with a pretty strong force. Unfortunately, he's being attacked by carriers. But Mewtwo he's a pretty competent player, so he is using his cannons to focus fire carriers instead of, you know, interceptors, which can be, you know, easily rebuilt. But what happens here is I actually come in here with my Void Rays and I charge up on his gateway, and then my charged Void Rays, as you can see here, my charged Void Rays, they completely annihilate this entire fleet of carriers. I think I had like 6 Void Rays, and I killed 6 carriers with them. So we come to the rescue here, and we kill everything, clear this stuff up. But at this point, we decide to not charge. We decide to not charge orange, or at least I don't. Or maybe we do. Man, I don't even remember. I think that I only had 3 Void Rays, so I came in here and I was like, there's really not much that I have. So I didn't want to charge in here. But I guess we decided that there's a fair amount of stuff to do, or to kill. So we charge in here, and then we see all these Marines, and I'm just like, nope, I'm out of here. Bye, guys. Actually, no, what happened is, like, my entire army got vaporized by that batch of Marines, so